Alright. Do. Rune Wolf Nell. Alright, let me get my life figured out. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Bum, 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 bum. And there we go. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome in. Oh, yay. Yes, we got Opera Soria. Rune Wolf, welcome in. Always lovely to see you, Rune Wolf. How have you been? How are you? Nell, how are you? Yes, we're back. We're back to week streams, which is nice. I know it's been a little crazy the past couple weeks. Or actually, past like month and a half, I think. So... Aw, yes. Everybody shower Opera Soria with love. Opera Soria has been working really hard and deserves a shout out. Opera Soria is working very hard and dealing, and the world is full of bureaucratic nonsense. But I am glad to see that Opera Soria is here as well. Yeah, exactly, Ghostly. It's definitely a party. How was the trip? Spain was great. Spain was crazy. I had a great time in Spain. The film festival was nuts. Our film won an award. So that is it. Ghostly, there's my favorite wizard robe. It's like cloudy and very, like, I'm drinking hot tea. I can wear my robe. I'm not gonna like die of heat. So the wizard robe comes out. So I'm very excited. I'm feeling good. Everybody. You'll notice that I start to come back to life when it gets chilly outside, when the heat goes away. Yes, and Princess. Yep, here's Princess. She's here to say hello to everybody. I'm glad you have no classwork tonight, Opera Soria. That is good. You deserve a break. Haven't been on Twitch in a while, but I've been gifted. Are you just subscribed to everybody now, Opera Soria? I imagine that's how that works. Sometimes I realize I'm like subscribed to people I had no idea I was subscribed to because of gift subs. I feel bad. I'm like, it's wasted on me, since I'm like barely on. Thank you so much, Nell. Yeah, it was a big win. It was a validating experience. So. I feel very good about it. But how is everybody doing? How are you, Nell, Ghostly, Rune Wolf? How are you all doing? How's your week going so far? Hopefully well. Hopefully the words are treating you well. Life is treating you well. The timeline is treating you well. In these troubled times. Well, I do, but I'm not doing. Yeah, whatever. Opera Soria, you're fine. I do have homework, but I'm not going to do it. Describes most of my academic career. That was the great thing about being in philosophy, by the way. There was almost no busy work for like almost all 5 years I was in school. Philosophy classes, you have to write a lot of papers and do a lot of work that way, but you're never going to get busy work, which is very nice. Ghostly, dude, I was bored at work the other day and went through your stream logs. Oh my god. To ye old days, and dude, the other camera threw me through the wall. I totally forgot that happened. Oh, wow, is that yeah, that's true. Sometimes I wish I could bring that back, but I don't know. I guess the nice thing is sometimes you catch the cats on the little couch thing behind me, so I guess that this is a more ideal camera angle for cat catching, and you get like the backlight and stuff like that. So I guess it's a better angle. The other one was a better camera though, so I always will miss that because it was the image quality was better and it captured light a lot better than this camera does. But it was wild. We might be at a point where I've done this angle longer now. We might be at that point. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and check, but we might be on the other side of which camera I'm using. It's for random places. If you're in a chat for a few minutes, either by going in yourself or being rated in, you are marked as eligible. Oh, interesting. Okay, interesting. Unless you toggle the option off. Gotcha, Opera Soria. That's interesting because there's a few like like FromSoft lore streamers, but I'm never active in their chats that I've been subscribed, that I would get like randomly subscribed to. Ghostly, the other angle was more pretentious. I loved it, but it felt indie. It felt indie. It was a better angle, to be honest with you. In terms of like a camera, it is an angled thing like that is a better camera angle. I can understand why you like it more. Both are good. Yeah. If I could, the problem was the computer just stopped connecting to the camera. That's honestly why that changed. It was definitely not an aesthetic choice. It was because for whatever reason, the camera would just shut off, or it would disconnect from the computer, because it's a DSLR camera that I had rigged up here. Oh, I guess we see news. Thanks, Windows. But like it was like rigged up over here with like a little like jib arm thing. And yeah, for whatever reason, it just kept disconnecting. So that's why it changed, and I just never got another camera or another way to hook it up. Let's see here. I meant to take the bins out earlier, but the rain has been so heavy, so I haven't. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, I feel that. Give them now. I was gonna do laundry, but it's too cloudy to do like for me to air dry my clothes right now. So that'll be tomorrow. This is a lot of coding and videotaping myself, and it's bane. I gotcha. Yeah, that sounds awful. Opera Story. Not a big fan. You don't have to be when you're in. Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. All right. Oh, I believe I do have another quote to add to Tort, Opera Soria. I can send that to you later, but before I forget, I definitely misspoke on my return from stream, and I got completely roasted for it. So I think everybody wanted that to be added to the quotes. So at some point I'll send that over to you, Opera Soria. You can, if you end up having any free time at all, you can add that to the Tort quote log. Are there 2 quotes? Was there 2? I just remember the legs one. The legs one is the one, because you all roasted me really, really hard for that one, which makes sense. It was which makes sense, but still. I remember I was shook when you weren't in profile. Like, who is the man full face? Yeah, I definitely prefer the profile. Profile is a lot better, you know. Definitely got to pick which side of your face you're shooting. I'm definitely a bigger fan of the profile shot than I am the top-down thing. Oh, the coding is great. Okay, okay, you like the coding? It's the video. Yeah, it's the videotaping yourself. That's terrible. I thought I just wrote down the legs one. Let me see. Wait. Where did I do it? Where did I do it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, I think I did. Did I put that in my? I might put that here. Okay. I think we have these other 2, but the only one I have written down here was this one. The spread your legs, wait, God, don't do that one. Was there another one, Ghostly? Did I just completely forget? Okay. Here, I'll paste this. I'll paste this in chat for you, Opera Soria. Ghostly like heh. There you go. That was the one. Because I think Rugrat, we already have the Rugrat one, and I'm sure that, yeah. Also, I think Tort is working, but Tort also isn't doing people's introduction quotes, I think, too. But I don't, but Tort is working. Like, I've used Tort. So the commands are working. It's just for whatever reason, some of the commands don't work. Or at least the shoutouts, the entrance shoutouts, I've noticed. For whatever reason, it'll work, but for the entrance shout. Yeah. Oh wow! Look at Opera Soria doing crazy. Okay. Ooh. What was it, Ghostly? Ghostly had an idea. Anyway, aside from working on Tort and all the goodies, how was I'm trying to think what I have been scrambling to work. I also had to clean my balcony off today because they have to come check the integrity of our balconies, which made me nervous when they sent me a letter. Like, the apartment was like, we need to come check your balconies. I'm like, why? It's like, is my balcony at risk? So I had to go clean my balcony off, and I don't know, because they said they needed, like, full access to it, so I was like, I mean, I can move Arthur into, like, the living room or into, like, the other bedroom. Oh, you are totally right, Opera Soria, 100%. I didn't even think of that, yeah, because we had those two very noticeable ones. That one that was, like, I remember when we had that one that was, like, literally 1.5 miles away from me. The epicenter was, like, like, really close, but okay, that makes sense, Opera Soria. Yeah. So anyway, I'm like, I had to like bring I have to like figure out if I need to bring Arthur in so they have like full access to it. Yeah, that one was almost a 5. I remember that one hit. Like that one, that's probably the most visceral earthquake I've felt in my entire time living in LA. And you're always going to feel it. It's always going to be way more intense the closer you are to the epicenter, but the fact that it was almost a 5 and I was like right next to the epicenter, it was like it that one I felt. I mean, that one knocked shit over. Like, usually the cats don't give a shit. Like, they pay no attention to every time there's, like, a rolling earthquake. They just don't care. That one, Aang, like, jumped up, and it freaked him out. So, also, I know I've never read the folk horror, but I might have a song suggestion for it. Oh, well then drop it in, Ghostly. I'm here for all the song. I'm actually redoing that playlist as well, so actually, absolutely perfect timing. Definitely drop that in. I would love to listen to it. I don't panic over earthquakes since the big one, but that one yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, I'll take a series of like small to mid-range earthquakes any day over it just silently sitting there until everything just explodes. But you know, as they say, we're waiting on the big one. So, but you were up in the valley, so you were pretty close to that one. Providence by Poor Man's Poison. Okay, we'll go ahead and drop that into the. Oop. Ads. Okay, let me mute this really quick. Yeah, I was gonna say, Opera Story. Yeah, yeah. I was like, you were right next to the San Fernando, the big one, the last big one. Ads is, yeah, it's YouTube ads. So I will wait. All right, cool. I got it primed up. We'll start. I'll drop that in. I'll throw that in for the beginning of our first sprint. Yeah, that's right. I remember you telling me, Opera, that your balcony fell off. Yeah, that's why I figured. I think you're right. I bet you anything that's what they're doing, is checking the balcony security, because we have had an uptick in earthquakes, and definitely some rattler ones. Maybe that'll incline them to come fix all the lights in my apartment. The lights on my like balcony or like not my balcony, but so I'm up on a 3rd level with like, and it's got a big center like courtyard, and the lights all along my level of the courtyard are just out. So it's like extremely dark if it's nighttime and I come home. It's like, are you guys gonna fix that at all? Because it's a little uneasy. It's a little bit, you know, I enjoy the horror movie atmosphere, but after a while I'm kind of like, you know, I'd like some light. You know. But yeah. All right, we've got I Know Princess. Oh, she's got things to say, everybody. When she gets up like this, that means she's mad at me about something. All right, let me All right, let's listen. Let's listen to this song, Ghostly. Ghostly just threw a song in. Speak. I know she. I mean, she deserves her. She deserves her time to speak. She's like, Papa, you talk too much. I thought this was a co-working stream, not a you talk about your life and your thoughts on various subjects. Your opinions, one might say. All right. What we got here? What we got here? All right. Yeah. It's got a little bit of a. I enjoy a little bit of the. It's got like some pogues. It's a little bit of a. It's got a little bit of an upbeat to it. Oh, I like that. It's a good line. That's a good line. It's a good line. Giving up before we've even tried. It does. So musically, it does not fit, but the lyrics are on point. I mean, musically it is a little bit. It's a little bit of a drink. This could play in like a bar scene with it, but the problem is like you're dealing with like old time country folk. They like a little bit of. No, this could work. No, I think no. Actually, you know what? This could work. Earlier in the movie, I think a song with a vibe like this could work. I think. No, yes, the vibes fit, but it wouldn't fit within. Yeah, for the most part. Although I think this actually would fit um, the post Fourth of July party at the very beginning of the script. I could see this. I could see this playing well. That one's more of a fiddle song, but save us right now. Hey, Oizel, welcome in, welcome in. How are you today? How goes the words, the time zones? We're listening to a ghostly music rec for the folk horror. It is. I do enjoy ghostly being like, I think I have something that might fit for a script I haven't read, but I think I know. It's like you're like, I think I know you well enough. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, we're going into like, ooh, we got some. We're doing some South Americans. We're doing yeah. Ooh, we got a little bit of that. We got a little bit of that. Doing some South. I like those vibes. That's at least in terms of like, does the ghostly know you well enough? I don't. I think like in terms of like what I'm writing about. I've talked about the script enough. You might know me in terms of what I'm writing well enough for sure. Um. Apparently, I've been away for so long. Twitch decided it was okay to wipe my. Wait, no. What? Opera Story? It wiped your manager dashboard? Oh my god. Um. Do do do. The elusive. Yes, yes. Always. Oh, we have lovely opera story back. I was like, Ghostly, you said. It's okay. You can say hi to people multiple times, Ghostly. That's fine. Um. This is the ghost. Brain fart. Also, I need to restart Tort. It is being difficult. My pay. Oh, ooh, Tort is being. Oh, Tort is supposed to be the one who keeps everybody in line. Tort's not supposed to be the one that goes out like falls out of line now. What are you up to? What are you up to? Um, how have you been, Oizel? How's everything going? How is everything going for you? I definitely when you posted that thing about October, I was like, man, I am feeling that. It has been a battle every day. to be able to function. Hello again, Ghostly. You quit. I quit. It's fine. We all do it, Ghostly. Don't sweat it. We all. I mean, look at all of you get to embrace when I say something incredibly stupid or insane just because I'm babbling or have no idea what I'm saying. It's become a central part of the channel. My coffin is made of ungraded papers. Ugh. I don't know how you do it, Oizel. I really don't. I have no idea. What's in my cup? Oh, it's tea. It is tea. I don't. It's just a giant thing of tea. I'm embracing the fact that it's finally cold outside, so I can like wear my this and drink my tea and all the goodies. Go Ghostly, Ghostly. Oh god, oh god, it's out of control. It's gone out of control. Oh, he lives on a cloud server. Oh, gotcha. Oh, it's just interesting how it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. God damn it, Ghostly. God damn it. Ugh. I have to. I feel like this one especially. I have to clarify. I have to absolutely clarify that I was very sleep deprived. Have just gotten back from a film festival after having been to Spain, and was trying to say stretch your legs while we were before we started our next sprint. And I caught myself. I feel like I have to defend my good name, damn it. This is not that kind of stream. Them, I don't know how you do it, me. That's the secret. I don't. Yeah, exactly, Oizo. You're doing the Hulk meme. That's that. Yep. Yeah, he works. Yeah, that's he works at all. Otherwise, you wouldn't. You'd have to run him locally. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Oh dear, Freudian slip. I guess, man. I don't know. I don't even think my brain was like even in that place. I think I was just saying sometimes when you're streaming, you just start saying words. And sometimes those words don't make sense. I clearly spent too long making OnlyFans jokes. Clearly I guess that's my shame. You make one too many jokes when you're out in Portland, because there's a lot of like cosplayer, and there are a lot of like OnlyFan models at these film festivals. So oftentimes we were probably cracking a lot of jokes about OnlyFans clientele. So I'm just gonna blame it on that. But but that server is free through my Google Dev account. Okay. And his IP address is not. Gotcha. When it changes, I have to update that. Oh, or that he may break. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Interesting. I didn't realize his IP wasn't permanent. I guess interesting. It's like teaching. Yeah, Ozel. Somewhat similar. Yeah. Your job. And sometimes those words are very in depth about Dune. The words very exactly. I could just start babbling about spice. Dune. And sometimes apparently I say deeply inappropriate things. All right. How long have we been talking? How long have we been talking? Okay, it's been 30 minutes. All right, everybody. We are going to just mildly questionable. Yeah, just mildly questionable. Perhaps somewhat problematic. Yeah, let's go and start our ads. We'll see you all on the other side of ads. And then we'll do our words. Words after ads. Thanks, Opera Soria. Yes. Oh, Opera Soria, I was gonna say the weird, like, just randomly earlier on YouTube, I'm getting ads for Red Hat now, which I thought was weird. I'm like, why am I getting... I'm getting ads for Linux? Cries in victim of capitalism, exactly. Hey, number 13th. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. We're just running some ads really quick, and then we are going to dive into our sprints. Do I need more water? The princess is gonna get really mad at me if I get up, so I might just. Oh, that's right. I think you told me that, Upper. So the Red Hat is the Microsoft of the or that didn't you? Were you the one telling me that Red Hat was partnering with someone like some big company? I can't. Maybe it was one of the different ones. I can't remember. But it is weird that I just felt like it was weird that I was getting ads for Linux, and it is very funny. The person in the ad looks like a person I would associate with. Where like they definitely typecasted it because I was like, that's a Linux person. Absolutely. But yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. Okay. Oh, rel is used by major corporations. That might have been. Oh, okay. Maybe that. I think that might have been what you said then. I think so. All right. What do I? You know what? Since we're doing this, we're in the middle of ads. What are we gonna listen to? Let me make sure. Let me make sure. That's a Red Hat. Oh, got you. Oh, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Got it. Okay, I guess that makes sense why they would be advertising. They're trying to get out into the consumer market. Okay, VOD audio is nuked, so I just want to make sure that that is not there. All right, what are the vibes? What are the music vibes for what we're working on today? Oizel. I've been toying with the new long form. Ooh, a new long form story idea. Okay, yeah, I was like in your at a completely non-existent spare time. Do I want to do? We could do some Miles Davis. I could, I could do that. I don't know how much people like jazz or like old school jazz, but Bitches Brew is a really good album. Um, Yay! Ad break winding. Okay, yeah, we're back. We're back. We are back. I was like, I could listen to. I don't know if people are in the mood for jazz, but I feel like starting off on a jazz record would be kind of nice. Back from the crypt. I'm sorry, Ghostly. Back from the capitalist hellscape. Hopefully they weren't too bad. Sometimes I'm amused by the weird ads I get. So, all right. I'm thinking music vibes for me. Just kind of getting off to a start since I'm working on like 3 different things right now while I kind of figure out what I'm working on. For our first sprint, I think I'm going to throw on some jazz tunes. Some Miles Davis, I think. So obviously, feel free to mute or kill that audio if that's not helping you get those words done. But why don't we dive in and get some of these words done? All right. Happy writing, everybody. We'll see you on the other side. Alrighty, and there we go, everybody. This is the end of that sprint. Let me just bring the music down a little bit. Bum, bum, bum. Hopefully, the words treated you well. That time has come for Ghostly to attempt horror again, and she is reminded she doesn't know what plots are. Oh no! Interesting. So you're, is this part of you hitting the wall? Is like because you don't know what plots are? You can, hey man, my ultimate goal is making a horror story that's generally plotless. So you don't always need to rely on plot. Yay, Upper Story, you finished your cardio. Congratulations. I did not do any cardio today. I worked out yesterday. I'm getting back on my workout train, but I've been an absolute bum. But all right, we started the down timer. But so you're up. You're kind of like you're hitting a wall there, Ghostly, with trying to get a spooky story written. More specifically, how to fit a plot in a few page shorts. Ah, okay. I feel like if you're just because I refuse to let this be long. I mean, I feel like if you're writing something short, you can kind of make a tone poem out of it. It doesn't. You can just have an event happen. It doesn't need to be like plot heavy. It just do you have a general idea of what you like, what the creepy part is that you want to explore? Do you have like a general kind of vague, even if it's just a vague idea? Upper Story, I have to take the death pill again. Yes. Yeah. I need to be better about it. I was definitely a bum today. But okay, you have a theme, you have a tone. I just don't know what to do with it. Interesting. Okay. Okay. You're kind of starting out how I tend to start out, which I always feel like most writers I know don't start this way, particularly like screenwriters I know, because I kind of have a similar thing as you're going through right now, Ghostly, where I'm trying to construct a story out of like generally a mood and something I want to explore, be it a theme or a very particular thing, and I'm trying to construct a narrative out of that, trying to just mesh those things together and see what kind of grows out of it. Oh, fun! Glad we do things backwards. Yeah, it's fine. I actually treat it. I consider it a good sign because generally I'm doing the subtext work that a director does when they interpret material, when they're like adapting, when they're like adapting material, or they're trying to pull a story out of a script, like visually how are you going to shoot it, what kind of subconscious things are you trying to highlight. But a lot of writers I know, especially, they're like character and a problem, and that's where they go. Apparently my brain just can't work like that, so it's fine. I do think at least in terms of writing your idea and maybe getting it right off the bat is harder to do it the way that you and the way that I do it, Ghostly. I think people can kind of, because sometimes you can get stuck in the muck in a way, which makes the actual like story itself not quite as interesting because you're kind of lingering in the kind of subtexty muck that is like it's bubbling out of. At least that might not be a problem for you, but that's generally the problem that I have when writing this way. So it's something I'm always constantly actively trying to work against. I know of no other way. Hey, points to insults. Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah. But I don't beat yourself up about that. It's definitely, I think it's a much more, I think it can result in much more interesting work, because lots of times it makes what you are writing very meaty. There's a lot going on there. We were in town for like 50 pages, nothing but vibes here. I think just lean into that, Ghostly. Particularly if you're writing something that you want to be short, just maybe focus on something simple like that. Like you're in a town, you're in a house. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now with this story. I'm trying to write this screenplay as a haunted house story, so I'm forcing myself to be like, nope, you're stuck in this house with these two characters, and then all the horror, all the weird bad vibes have to come out of that. And out of specifically those characters, the house, and the vibes. So I just lean into it, man. I'd lean into that. I'd say just try to come up with a character. Wait, yeah, it is the haunted house script. Yep, Ghostly. Yep. I'm trying to rewrite this as like a really tight 85-page horror film that I can make very cheaply. And I've been, yeah, nostalgia, yeah. Although, except for this time, I'm trying to make it good, not what I wrote on stream initially, which was very, I would argue, not good. So, that's just my interpretation of it. But no, but there can be. We can add a Virgil to this. I think there is room for a Virgil. Next ad break in 2 minutes. Cool. Princess is going to be very mad because she is absolutely passed out on my lap right now. And I need to go get water and to use the restroom during the ad break. And she is about to get very pissed about this fact. So, we'll see. Yes, Ghostly. Don't worry, Ghostly. We'll add a Virgil. We will add a Virgil. The kids are asleep. No, you don't. No, you don't. You sit there. Exactly. That is actually what Princess would be desiring, because she is out. Like, she is curled up and out in my lap right now. She is zonked out. Oh, yes. Miss Yue. Miss Yue. But yes, you had a question, Kids Are Asleep, about reality TV. Thus, I shall answer to the best of my ability. You could even just have Arwen's Virgil play in the background. That would work. Oh, it's true. I could do that. No, I think I can do something. I think I can come up with something for a Virgil. I just put an extra sweater so my cat could be inside it. That's delightful. The kids are asleep. That is so cozy. The sound of that is just so cozy. Yes, it was basically like who would be on set calling the shots as a rule. So for us, the people, I don't even think we didn't really, so we weren't on like, it depends the level of production. Because we were like thrown into a house, we had a very, very light crew. Like this did not have like a prop master or anything like that. Like I know certain people that work on like some of those island shows. Those are like full productions where they have like prop masters and all that. Those might have episode directors that are like on set, but all in every case that I've worked, it's a producer. It is usually the line producer, on-site producer who is dictating who we're talking to, what interviews we're doing, what asides we're shooting, and what the schedule is ultimately going to be. I don't think I have never seen a quote unquote director on set. So the person I've always seen calling the shots on the day to day, like on the ground, is always a producer. Okay. Oh, but it's for Netflix. This is a Netflix competition reality show kind of production. That might actually have an on-site director then. I don't know how Netflix sets these things up, but if it's a competition thing and they're like, if they're setting up things, it would be an AD. Yeah, it would be an episode director and AD. Yeah, my husband has seen directors doing it. Other places say showrunner. Sometimes showrunner is in reality TV. Showrunner is the same as a producer. Sometimes it's an AD. That's interesting. I don't think I mean ADs usually run the set. That's normal on like a narrative film. Like yes, the director is there, the line producer is there, but the AD is the one who's keeping you on schedule. So the AD is the one who has the power to essentially pull the plug and force you to move on. Like if you're I mean they can break that rule, but in general it's your line producer and your AD who are the ones who are going to sit down and tell you essentially, if you keep saying I want to push lunch, we got to get the shot. I don't want to break in the middle of the shot for lunch. The AD is the one who, the AD and the line producer are usually the ones who go, nope, you're out. We're breaking for lunch. Done. Kibosh. They can put the kibosh on things. So it depends, but I've seen it like where I come from. The AD is usually the one who is who's keeping the day-to-day schedule on track. So they're the ones who are quote unquote calling the day. It seems like it's so variable. I just want to not have a bunch of people in the industry read this and go, this isn't how it works. Yeah, but and I think if you're writing about reality TV, I think if you just put a disclaimer in it that just like, or it depends on the kinds of show. Like if you're like on a Netflix show, like what your husband was on, particularly if it's a Netflix show, that's a big, all automatically by default, that's a bigger show. It's a bigger show than anything I was doing. So what I was doing is we had like the barest bones of crew. We had sound guy, we had a couple of sound guys. There was two camera guys. It was me and another dude who was also kind of a director, but he wasn't really a director because we had a producer on site who was essentially the one telling us what to go do on the day. Because remember, I was only doing pilots. I was only doing reality show pilots. I never got brought on to a full show. Essentially, they brought us in as a crew to shoot a pilot, and then the pilot would go. And then if it got picked up, they would replace us. Okay, gotcha. Ad break is over. Thank you so much, Opera Soria. I should have probably gone to restock and use the restroom. It's fine. We'll do that. Damn, that was really well timed. Yeah, well done, Opera Soria. Wait, hold on. I gotta catch up on chat really quick. When I was over, she kept coming to lay on my lap so I could put the heating thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I put the heating pad on warm for her on the couch, so she can lay on that. You got it now. It's legally required that every script every script's got to have a Virgil. Exactly. Sorry, no, not at all. I am on Team UA. I know she really. I kind of have to pee like really badly. God damn it. But I don't think I've been on multiple shows, docs, and like bar rescue shit. Okay, yeah. Okay, lurk for a while. Yes. Go lurk, Opera Soria. While you after your exercise. Yeah, I think it depends on like the type of show. So if it's like I think if it say it's like a full on like multi-season well-produced show, particularly if it's competition, or if there are sets like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, there are sets, these things are designed, everything is lit and set up, that's gonna have a proper like order of operations in terms of like a hierarchy that you would see on most other television shows. So you're gonna have a director, you're gonna have your line producer, your AD, things like that. You're gonna have that. You're not gonna have what I had, which is essentially half of this is scripted, half of this is real, and we're like making shit up as we get. There is no script. There's not even the scenario script. We're just film. Yeah. Okay, if you're doing great, yeah, that's gonna have a director and an AD and a PM, a UPM for sure. Something like that will absolutely have the more solidified hierarchy than say anything that I was doing, which was just producer, two camera guys, couple sound people, and maybe some grips and some lighting techs. Yeah, that's that. I think the more robust hierarchy is going to be more in your what that if that's what you're going for, then that's what that's going to be. Okay, all right. I am going to hi princess. I'm going to go. Yeah, you can also do that too. Yeah, you can play with the middle somehow, but yeah, exactly. And also keep in mind there's so much crossover with how YouTube, like the Mr. Beast stuff runs, and like some of these other YouTube shows are being run, where they kind of are borrowing from those hierarchies, but they also like are kind of doing their own thing. They probably shoot a lot more like we used to back like 10 years ago. So that there's like a lot of cross happening with that as well. Or like YouTube shows making the transition to actual like broadcast like Netflix streamers and things like that. So yeah, it's all muddy. I don't think there's really any like, unless it's a union show, I don't think it's run strictly with that kind of hierarchy. I think that is the distinction. If it's union, it's gonna have that a more robust, very regimented hierarchy. If it's not union run, then it's not. Okay. All right. I am going to step away, and then we will start our next sprint. So I will be right back. And try not to incur the rage. Any terms for the horrible dude calling all the shots, the person staying in the room, directing the camera placement and talent, the person escorting people. Okay. Oh, gotcha. All right. I'm sorry, Princess. You wait. No. Nope. That was a bridge too far. That was me getting up. A bridge too far. I've incurred the wrath. All right. Yeah, okay, so you need the horrible dude calling the shots, the person staying in the room. So yeah, the AD is usually the person who gets the bad rap. That's the one that everyone will always get mad at. The AD or the UPM, the unit production manager. The person staying in the room directing the camera placement. That's probably going to be a DP, director of photography. On a reality show, we never. Yeah, see, the problem is we never had these like specified roles. But I would argue it's probably the DP. The person escorting people around. I mean, that's probably a PA, like a production assistant. Usually the people that are like, their job is to go get somebody or something. It's usually PAs. Also, Ghostly has some exciting news, but yeah. Well, we got an hour and a half, so go ahead and drop your news, Ghostly, and then we'll start the sprint. Since we are still just wrapping up my limited knowledge of actual professional reality TV show production, since I never was blessed with that life. Ooh, Ghostly is talking to an artist for some illustrations. That's the best. Hell yes, Ghostly. Getting illustrations is huge. Like, getting artwork done is a big thing, man. It's really important. Ooh, an art Twitch streamer Ghostly is known for ages. That's huge, Ghostly. Yay! Yay. That makes me happy. Good. Definitely get if you get character designs or just general vibe designs, yeah. That's why the first thing I do when I have money is usually wind up spending it on getting art like getting concept art for pitch packets and lookbooks. It's very important. Art is very, very important. So good job, Ghostly. Good job getting and if it's like an artist you're familiar with and you really like their style, then that's even better. Then you kind of have a pretty good idea of what you're gonna get. Nothing said exactly, but the talks are happening. Excellent. Congrats, Ghostly. Congrats. These are good things. Good things. All right, everybody. Let us dive into our next sprint. I was thinking specifically a shot from the basement scene. Yeah, that's a good one. That's the big meeting of the two main characters too. So that's a good scene to do. All right. Happy writing, everybody. We're going to dive into our second sprint of the night. And away we go. Happy writing. See you on the other side. Ah! Sorry, everybody. Did not mean to do that. Mm-hmm. I know. There you go. All right, and that is the end of our second sprint. Go and start the down timer. Hopefully, that was a somewhat productive sprint for you all. Hopefully, some words were done. Seems like Ghostly was able to knock out an entire story, so congrats to Ghostly. But for everybody else, Life with Lex, welcome in. Hopefully, everything is going well with you. Welcome back, Opera Soria. You got a whole chapter edited. Well done. The kids are asleep. Well done. Hey, number 13th. It's going well. It's going pretty well. Just slowly trying to get back into the... I've been, scrambling, trying to get all this stuff done for the film festival, between the film festival and Spain. So I kind of crashed and burned after I got back from that trip. So now I'm trying to, get back into the groove of, writing. I've got a lot of stuff I need to get done, so... Wow, Wildlight got his groove back. Exactly, Lex. 2 more chapters to edit, and I have to write one. Oh man, you have to write. Oh man, so you're editing 2 chapters and write one to go between them. Oof. Are you one of those that you write everything? You can just write everything out of order. The kids are asleep. Where if you're not feeling a chapter, you're like, I'm just gonna skip that chapter and I'll come back to it and write a chapter after that. I know some people work really well that way, and other people can't. They have to write in order. I played some Goose Goose Duck. Nice. Awesome. Had fun killing geese and ducks and other birds. No, okay, you have to go in order. Got it. That I did not even realize that was I've never heard of Goose Goose Duck, but that is just you're just going around killing geese and ducks. Although we all know that Opera Soria, one of Opera Soria's favorite games, is the one where you're the mischievous goose that goes around terrorizing town. So, unfortunately, I didn't have the chance. Jeez. That sounds like an interesting game. Oh my god. This is a dev. Oh god, it's a dev edit thing where I wrote it. Oh, you wrote it one way, and edit requires me to change it by adding more. Interesting. That's interesting. The kids are asleep. I have never. Got it. Okay, yeah, farting is a feature in the game. Got it. Yeah, that definitely sounds like it could be a hilarious game. Sometimes I can skip a chapter and write the next one if I really have no inspiration, but I can skip around. When I'm plotting, I do that a lot. And I sometimes will leave gaps between scenes where I'm when I'm outlining / doing this kind of stuff, the stuff that's up on the screen right now, where it's just kind of notes, I can sometimes leave those blank and just be whatever in between here needs to get us from here to here, and then I'll cross it when I write. But I generally can't write out of order. I tried it and I just can't do it. I can leave gaps in my outline and then fill it in the process of writing, because at that point I feel like I can problem solve that because I'm in the flow of the story. But I can't write a scene and then write a scene at the end and then write a scene here and then write. It just doesn't. I don't know why, but it never matches up well. I think it's because I'm so used to I have to watch the film in my head, so skipping that just feels weird, because now I feel like I'm untethered from what came before, visually and in terms of pacing and flow. So it's very hard for me to start. Indeed, it's Among Us but much better. Got it. Number 13. That's gotcha. Yeah, for me, one thing leads to the next, and I need to scaffold. Yeah, I think I'm kind of in that same boat. Even if you have a solid outline, got it. Yep. I think, yeah. I'm just, I definitely, I think I get this more because I wasn't an outliner. I'm better at outlining now than I used to be. I used to just be go by the seat of my pants. So I think that's why I'm generally more comfortable leaving gaps in my outline that I can figure out. But that's just because I spend so much of I tend to find most of my what I feel are my best writing moments come through the quote unquote improvisation of being in the middle of it and writing it during the scene. It's very hard for me to do it in the outline itself. So like I usually, but I'm getting better. It's actually a thing I've been like forcing myself to try to get better at, is because I do find that the outlining does help. It eases the amount of rewrites I wind up doing, usually. Not in all cases, but it definitely eases the amount of like how much rewriting and reworking and moving things around I generally have to do. Particularly right after my midpoint, before essentially right after my midpoint and before like the big second act lull is the stuff where I need those markers. I need to know what's happening in those scenes, because those are definitely where I feel like my scripts pretty consistently are their weakest. Is it has a strong midpoint and then kind of peters and falls until it gets to the big second act fall point, which usually is pretty strong. But I can tell that that's generally where things get muddled, and I'm not totally sure where we're going. Um, I tried that, but I get lost in the story. Yeah. That happens too. And that's how I write as well. Just watch the movie in my head and put it on the page. Exactly, Lex. Yep. Oh man, I love to outline. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm definitely trying to get better. The next ad break starts in 1 minute. Thank you, Opera Soria. Did we finish? Looks like we finished Miles Davis's album Bitches Brew. So we're gonna pull out another. I think we're gonna do another. What album should we do? I want to keep going with jazz, or we can switch over. What do I want to do? Definitely have been enjoying the vibes. Number 13th has wants to extend the break. All right, we shall extend the break. Oops. How about that? Got to prep for stream. Of course, the kids are asleep. Happy writing, and of course, no worries. The kids have a great stream this eve. Are you playing games? I assume, or are you doing like music stuff? Because I know you do music stuff sometimes. Oh, the oil eyes of Sunhillow. It's I usually just do like add 5 minutes to the break, if it'll let me. Please add. Okay, do I have to like pause you? Why won't you let me do it? Oh, cool. All right, Horizon Forbidden West tonight. What is that? What is that, Oizel? The Olias of Sunhillow. Do. While I try to figure out how to. No! Don't make me set it after the timer ends. Let's see. Oh, there's the old city. There's some creepy tunes. 1976 English instrumental rock with some vocals. Oh, I mean that's peak Brit. That's peak British stuff. Okay, yeah. Push it back just a hair. I mean, we're only gonna do one more writing sprint tonight anyway, so we'll just pre. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, we do what we can. Interesting. I mean, I've had a lot of like Brit rock. Like particularly the nerdy stuff, but I have not heard of that. I was like, we could, if we want to go like real nerdy with it, you definitely go the old Emerson, Lake and Palmer stuff. Okay, by John Anderson. Oh, I know this. Oh shit. Okay, I know this. I do know this album. Yeah, the cover art on it was done by the one of my favorite French comic artists, Philippe Droulet. Yeah. Yeah, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Yeah, they're great. Um, Man in the Long Black Coat is my favorite. Okay. I've always loved the okay. Okay, so let's see, Philippe Droulet. Yeah, we can throw this on. This is definitely some old school, like very like nerdy fantasy Brit rock, like from the peak like prog rock scene. All right, so we are extending break for number 13th. What for, like, what are we talking about? It's just music. It's just music for like prog rock stuff from like the 60s, 70s, like fantasy inspired music. All right, let me. Why did it not let me do that? Okay. Come here. All right, let me. All right, I'll just time 5 more minutes on my phone. Yeah. Man in Long by Coca's Freya, followed by Footprints in the Snow. Yeah, I'm just gonna time it on my phone. I don't know why it like really doesn't like me adjusting the downtime for whatever reason. Like in the middle of it. I don't know why it does that. Hi, Princess. Yes, yes. There you go. Yeah. Pre-roll as yes. Hello, Princess. All right. So we started. So we got about 5 more minutes of our break time. Um. Cool. Thank you, Opera Soria. But yeah, it's mostly like yeah, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I got like a record of theirs years ago. When I was a kid, and it was like I think it was them doing it was like a compilation. But the album I always go back to is Brain Salad Surgery. That is like one of the trippiest albums I have ever heard in my life. But I used to have the best of, I think it was the best of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I don't know where I got it. It was on vinyl. I got it years ago. Their Citrus style albums, yeah, exactly. Oh, you know what else I had? I had pictures at the exhibit too. Um, oh no, number 13th, you've got issues with your internet connection. It's too slow and frustrating. Have you? Um, is it just everything, or is it just on your computer? 'Cause sometimes just rebooting it, or are you sure that it's the internet itself? Maybe you can reset the internet. Sometimes that I've actually had to do that a couple of times in the last few weeks. For whatever reason, it just gets like really, really bogged down, and I'm not sure why. Oh, it's everything. Has rebooting the internet, like shutting down your router, helped at all, or is it just the internet speeds you're getting where you're at? Yeah, Trilogy. Yeah, I don't know if I've listened to their Citrus albums, but I definitely have listened to. Oh, Tarkus. God, I think my parents had Tarkus. Oh, everything. I need to change operator or something. That if you have the choice to change operator, then absolutely do that. Unfortunately, I feel like where we're at, you like at least in LA, I cannot. Cool. Thank you, Opera Soria. Oh, Circus. Which one was Circus? Oh. Sorry, Circus, not Citrus. Gotcha. They have a Circus vibe. Yes. Yeah. 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 To the music. Yep. Sorry, I thought you were saying the album itself was called Circus, and I was like, what? Yeah. Brain Salad Surgery sounds like that's the one that has the it's the one that has like the H.R. Giger cover, so it looks very like alieny. But it's a mind trip of an album. It's just trippy, weird prog rock. Like it's hard to describe. It does have a little bit of a circus, but it's also very cosmically sounding. It's very strange. Yeah. Let me see. Oh yeah, and their Works Volume One with like Fanfare the Common Man, Lucky Man, which is a great song by yeah. Can nerd out forever about Emerson Lake and Palmer. I definitely my most of my high school years were spent getting very into old '60s prog rock. Discovered them when I fell in love with Gordon Lightfoot. That's funny. You know what's very funny about Gordon Light? So because I my stepmother is from the Upper Peninsula up in Michigan. So I grew up learning about Gordon Lightfoot because you know they like everybody up there listens to Gordon Lightfoot, and of course the song that everybody does. You know, he's got great songs like Sundown is a fantastic song, but like but obviously you know the epic The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, um, which is very funny because actually um, in Spain, one of my buddies I was working with that I don't get to work with very often, who's originally from Michigan, um, he was there and we were doing karaoke. So, and he was like forcing all of us to do karaoke. So we actually drunkenly did um, the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which, by the way, you're not going to earn any points at a karaoke like club night doing like a 12-minute sailor song about this obscure wreck from the Great Lakes that like everybody's waiting to do, you know, their happy-go-lucky song, and it's just two white kids just belting out the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I got a little bit of it on camera too, which is very funny. I sent it to my stepmother just because I figured she would get a kick out of, you know, a bunch of weird people, you know, a bunch like us doing the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald at like a karaoke club in Spain, in Madrid. Anyway, all right. Looks like the time is over. Yes, the ad break should be over or close to over, and I think our extended break is over. So we are about ready to dive into the last of oh, Princess clearly has other ideas. I'm like getting ready to be like, we're gonna go start our next sprint, and she is having none of it. What? What? Just lay down. You were doing just fine earlier. She's pissed at me. They got an early dinner tonight too, so I don't know why they're unhappy. She's fine. She got early dinner before stream dinner, so I don't know what she's all fussy about. Uh huh. What? Oh my God! What? Okay. All right. Okay. We're starting our sprint. This will be the last sprint of the evening. Exactly. Yeah. Early dinner is not real dinner, which means they're expecting a dinner the moment I'm done with stream, which is that's time for me to eat dinner. I need to eat dinner. Yeah, she doesn't care. She doesn't give a shit. She's just like she does not care. Uh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, my cats are hobbits. All right, we're gonna dive into our next sprint. It'll be the last sprint of the night. Eventually, I promise we'll get back to doing 4 sprints an evening. But for now, we're still gonna be stuck to the 3. So happy writing, everybody. We'll see you on the other side, and away we go. Alrighty, everybody. That is the end of that sprint. And now it's not, probably. Let's see. Will it do it again? Let me see. I have arrived. But in the meantime, I hope everybody had a lovely sprint. I hope that the words were had. You got some progress. But unfortunately, that will be the last one of the evening. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Although I've noticed my chat, for whatever reason, is very slow. But let's see. Oh, it might not. It might not do it again. Hello. It might not do it again because it already did it. That's no big deal. We can refine it. We can. I mean, I'm gonna stream tomorrow, so we'll be good to go tomorrow. We can try it. Yeah, I figured it. Yeah, it might not. It keeps track of the cooldown. Yep. Yeah, we test it tomorrow. But that was, I figured that, and hopefully that lets everybody then assault me with the out of context quotes to embarrass the high and mightiness of of the shout out. That's what I'm aiming for, at least. All right, everybody. Well, that is going to be the end tonight. We are going to call it there. I will be streaming tomorrow. I assume the people are going to be here looking at my porch, but that shouldn't interrupt stream. So hopefully it should be around the same time, 3:30. And we'll see if we can go a little bit longer tomorrow. Friday is going to be an interesting day. I'm going to stream, but the online film festival starts on Friday. So my film will be showing Friday night at the HP Lovecraft Film Festival and their online streaming version of the film festival. And I think I'm doing a Q&A. I think I might be doing a Q&A. I don't know if they want me to, like, zoom in. So I will be streaming right before that. So I don't think... I would just stream that. Like, at least the Q&A part, because that would be kind of fun. But I don't think I have a good way of doing that yet. So, without, I don't know, muddying something. So anyway, but we'll be streaming right before the kickoff for the online film festival over the weekend. I don't know. They haven't told me yet. I assume Zoom, but I don't know what the platform is. So, but anyway, we are going to. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll have a better idea on Thursday. But anyway, oh God, sorry about that. All right, but we're gonna call it, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. We are, of course, going to go and raid into Liz's. Liz is on, so for everybody who wants to keep. Oh yeah, maybe a Discord event. Maybe I'll do that. That's a good idea. That is a good idea, Operosoria. Maybe I can do it on Discord. Actually, you know what? Maybe it'll be like a Discord thing. Yeah, we'll switch off Twitch and go to Discord, and I'll just do it through Discord. All right. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and raid into Liz. I know Liz is currently doing writing sprints, so for everybody who wants to keep on working. We're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go get dinner. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves and be kind to others. And we will catch you all tomorrow. If the raid thing works. It is very slow. Exactly, yeah. Yep. Oh my god. Alright. Did it work? My browser is dying. There we go. Alright, it worked. Goodness gracious. Good lord.